Renault made its second foray into the Indian market last year with the Fluence. The car has just received its first set of updates. Well, it doesn't look any different, so what's new? Renault has left styling unchanged and the Fluence carries its distinct design with elegance. Where Renault has focused its efforts though is on making the Fluence more comfortable. The diesel model gets a new variant named the E4, which comes with brighter materials for the cabin. Now anyone who's been in the base E2 Fluence diesel will immediately notice how much better the E4's interiors are. And that's thanks to the lighter materials on the dashboard, and even the leather seats lend it an upmarket feel. But there are still quite a few small quirks in the cabin. For instance, to activate the new cruise control system, you have to press a button near the handbrake, but to operate the speed, you have to press the buttons on the steering wheel. Then there are the audio and Bluetooth telephony function buttons, which are hidden behind the steering wheel and are a tad inconvenient to operate. But that said, the Fluence interiors are still a very nice place to be. Adding to the comfort factor are additional features like dual zone climate control, rear AC vents, rear parking sensors, automatic headlights, and even automatic wipers, all of which were absent on the sparsely equipped base variant of the Fluence, the E2. Another area where Renault has improved the car is the engine. The 1.5-litre turbo diesel engine on the E4 gets a reworked turbocharger and a new fuel injection system. The changes have resulted in a marginal 3 bhp bump in power to 108 bhp. Torque remains constant at 24.5 kgm, but it is now produced at 1850 rpm or 150 rpm earlier than before. While the figures may not sound all that different, they have really changed the way the Fluence drives. And here's why. Now, drivability was one of the weak links in the Fluence diesel engine. That's because there was almost no power under 2000 rpm, followed by a sudden surge. The good thing is that the tweaks to the engine have got rid of that problem to quite an extent. Power delivery is a whole lot more linear, and you can really make out the difference when you're driving within city limits. It must be said, the Fluence is a whole lot better to drive now. Apart from the interiors and engine, the Fluence remains unchanged. Not that it needed much else in the first place. Renault seems to have followed a why fix what ain't broke approach with the rest of the Fluence's mechanicals. So as before, you get the fantastic electronic power steering that is light enough at city speeds and weights up just as you'd like when the going gets faster. And the suspension remains unchanged, which was one of the reasons to buy the Fluence in the first place. The way it just softens the blow from the worst of bumps is absolutely amazing. So, with the E4, Renault has pretty much ironed out the Fluence's weaknesses and maintained its strengths. The changes to the Fluence have certainly made it a more complete car. In E4 Avatar, it feels a whole lot more luxurious and it gets a whole lot of goodies too. Drivability, which was an area of problem on the former E2 diesel, seems to have been sorted out. At Rs 15.2 lakhs, the Fluence is pretty competitively priced. So if you're in the market for a diesel executive saloon, the Fluence makes a pretty good buy.